The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Farouk, has disclosed the commencement of cash transfer to poor Nigerians amid the coronavirus scare. Farouk said her ministry has commenced the advance payments to support poor Nigerians following the stay-at-home order issued by the federal government. She made the disclosure while addressing journalists in Abuja on Monday. According to the minister, Mr. President, in his speech, paragraph 54, directed that conditional cash transfer be given in advance of 2 months. This we have also done. This we have also done. We have directed immediate cash transfer to the poorest and most vulnerable households in Nigeria. Because of this COVID-19, the vulnerable groups have expanded because we are aware that there are people who live on daily wages. So we are also going to look at those groups of people to see how we can get this food relief intervention to them in this period. Recorder Buhari, in his nationwide broadcast on Sunday, granted a 3-month suspension of debt owed the federal government through the trader money, market money and farmer money loans. Buhari gave the directive in a speech analyzing his government's efforts to contain the spread of coronavirus across in the country. Speaking with Daily Post, a commentator, Tayo Abiodun, said such action represents a responsible government. Such palliative measure will help cushion the effects of this stay-at-home order. This is what a responsible government should do. I commend the Buhari government for taking such step, Abiodun said. So guys, it's a good one. It's a good one, but we don't even know how much they even pay them. Whether it's 5,000, the poorest of the poor, they need to know how to do the right thing. If it is really a well organized country, which they have refused to do, because I see no reason why we are not organized, because it is going to be difficult. Like those who I don't know the criteria they're using sending all those cash transfer to all those people. We don't even know the criteria, because if you see the way our system is, if you see the way people are just, you don't even know who is who. Honestly, I don't know. That's why I say I don't even know the criteria they are using, because a lot of people will still complain that they are not getting it, and you can't even blame them, and they themselves, you can't even blame them, because they might not even know. We don't have a database. There is no biometric system in place for you to know who is who. No address can be attached to anybody, just few. Maybe even if you have some people who have a definite address, they might not be. I'm not sure they are going to be up to 10%. The rest is just like any other face. How do they want to? They are just going to be doing guesswork, or maybe they just go to this area and they will start. Maybe they will start going by houses and be dropping what they want to drop for them. Let's see how it goes. They need to start to act responsibly, not because of this COVID of a thing. Because if you ask me, those who have been on their list that you've been transferring money to, if really they have been transferring a tangible amount of money to them, I don't think the poverty level would have gone to the level it is as we speak. But this situation we found ourselves, maybe it will help them, because we can't even trust them. We cannot trust them enough. Maybe it will help them. It will encourage them to do the right thing at the right time. It's an eye-opener to everybody. So let them continue with what they are doing, and let them do it well. Not that after now, everybody will just go back to what they used to do. That is one thing I really want to say concerning this. Let them continue to do the transfer and do other things. Let there be social amenities. Social amenities. Everybody will be happy. Someone says, how do they know the poor? When did they start it? Where are they transferring from? Which category of people more are they giving? Criminals look for how to keep people safe. That is the number one priority. Safety first. That's the question this person is asking. Someone says, I'm sure it is only meant for the northerners that may explain this, their exodus back to the north, because there are so many very poor people in my streets now, but they have not received anything. That is it. That is what I'm saying. That is the reality, before us. I don't know the criteria they've been using before now, because like I said, if really they have been transferring money to people, definitely the poverty level wouldn't have gone to the level it is today. We don't know the criteria. And most of these things, that's why some people will come and tell you, oh, they are doing a constituency project, this and this and that. They will just select few and give them little things, and they will start announcing it that they have done this, they have done that. But when you go into the whole thing deeply, you will see that what is the percentage of people who are enjoying from that constituency. That is what has been happening. And unfortunately, it hurts me. It hurts me that these people, they travel, even all of them, they know what is obtainable. Then why are they not doing this? What is the problem? Even if it is peanut, but let us be organized. Even if it's peanut that you are giving your citizens and those who are really vulnerable, let us do things accordingly. Let us have a structure on ground. Let us know who is who, not those ones that are coming from, like they always say, like we know we have about 1,400, over 1,000, not even 1,000, over 1,400 illegal borders in this country. People just come in and go out. You don't even know who is who. It's unfortunate. How will you be able to know who is really a citizen? Nothing. It's unfortunate. God is in charge. Anyone that will embezzle a kobo out of these donations made to Nigerians, we invite this pestilence to his generation. How do you intend to share the money when there is no data? Exactly. Why mother in the village? Okay, my mother in the village has no bank account, so how will she get her share? Some states have started sharing food instead of giving people cash to attend to their priorities. With all sense of regard, I beg to disagree with our government on this their cash transfer program. How has the government identified the most poor people in just less than a month? Into which account is the government making the payments? From which bank would their poor people cash the money to transfer? Those that you think are poor are members of your political party. Exactly. Hi. Since this government began the cash transfer or payments to the elderly, I have not seen anyone in this category. We will all overcome this one enemy together and come out of it stronger. My advice to the PNB government and its controversial, controversial, I don't know what to say, whatever is writing, is that they run a more open and purpose-driven government. We have deceived ourselves enough. Meanwhile, they should not forget that it is not only the poor of the poorest that voted them into power, and those that you think have enough are toiling and working so hard to get what they have. Do not also forget that what we received in return for not belonging to the most vulnerable group is outstanding salary arrears, unpaid pensions, and gratuity, working without promotion for years, paying over rated taxes, levies, and the likes, dilapidated infrastructures. Because if you see, that is why the problem is escalating, because you are borrowing the policy of developed countries, those countries that are well structured right from time immemorial. You want to pick what they are doing and import it in your own system. It's not going to work. Like Sheikh Kuti said, those who living in slums, areas that is not well organized, having a gutter, a water passing their this thing. How do you take care of that? Like I said, those who maybe they will select some few and begin to give them. Like somebody said, maybe people who are in their political parties, they are the ones that will be enjoying the old things, and those are the people. It's unfortunate. The way at which they are doing it. Even this Sadia Farouk, looking at her, has she not been going abroad? The kind of environment we have in our country, is that the same environment they have in all those countries that they used to travel to? And ask me, the salary she receives and with her counterparts in other developed countries, are they the same? Is she not receiving more than them? So what are we talking about? They will be playing to the gallery as if they don't know what is happening, as if they don't know it, because they know they are cheating the people. They still want people to be beneath, so that they will not be able to know anything, so that they will not be able to ask questions. And if you begin to ask questions, they will say, oh, you are the enemy, you are inciting this, you are causing disunity. That is what they always tell me. Once they know, that you want to enlighten those who do not know, oh, they'll say you are inciting people against each other. How do you cope with this kind of a thing? Because you have not been doing the right thing from beginning. If not because of this COVID-19, a lot of people have been fending for themselves. They don't even care. They don't even care whether you have been paying to poorest of the poor, because people have argued it. A lot of people provide everything. We provide everything for ourselves. We provide virtually everything. Me, I don't know. Me, I've never gained anything from the government. When you talk about public school, talk about all of those things. Those are the things that we are talking about. Not that somebody should give you money. What we talk about is that let we have what class, schools, health, in all those things, infrastructure. Those are the things we want to just benefit. Let everything be on point. That is what we can say. Okay, we can really benefit from this government, not even this government, because it didn't just start now. It didn't just start now. We talk about change. Those are the things that have been happening. But when we talk about change, what are we seeing? They say next level. It's like everything done dabaru. How are they going to cope? How are they going to cope with the kind of structure we have on ground? It's going to be like that. A lot of people will still complain. And they will come and tell you, oh, they have done their best. They have tried. Those who benefited, they will tell you, oh, they will praise them to high heavens, which is uncalled for. Don't worry, Corona will catch them one by one, as we all that Corona is a big man sickness. As we all know, okay? What is the yardstick for measuring the poor? Who are they? How do we know them? These statements no hold water at all. It's another scam, if you ask me. Everybody saying the same thing. It's going to be difficult for them because they don't do the right thing at the right time. So, guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Farouk, saying that they have started the commencement of cash transfer to poor Nigerians amid this coronavirus scare. Leave your comments below and let's have